Greetings, John. It's Gino from the 7th Letter blog. Before I get any further, I just want to thank you and Hank for inspiring me to start doing a video blog of my own. But yeah, totally joyful over the fact that Canada no longer has to deal with pennies. And commiserations to the US for still having the penny. Anyway, while I was hearing you and CGP Gray talking about Canada getting rid of their pennies, it just occurred to me that Canada was doing something else with their money. And for a guy living in Sydney, this comes as very welcome news. I am, of course, talking about Canada's slow but inevitable switch towards plastic currency, or polymer currency for those who like the nicer, user-friendlier term. Now, John, I know that the United States has decided to stick with its cotton bills, but as Canada is slowly starting to move to polymer currency, and Australia has had them for what, like 20 years? I wanted to get your thoughts on the matter if I could. What do you think of polymer currency? I personally like it. I quite like the way the new Canadian bills look. But moving on to something else that you brought up in your video. John, I know you're talking about divisive political dialogue. If you get really stressed about that and turn into a giant squid of anger, please, please, please don't watch the Australian Parliament during question time. I know I've seen slightly more violent parliaments in my lifetime, but dude, just watch them dish out statements to each other. It's literally opposition simply for opposition's sake. Is it any wonder we are like the only country in the world not to have an R18 plus rating for their games? Seriously, John, if you get that upset about divisive political dialogue, don't watch the Australian Parliament do question time. John, I really crave for the days back when the two major political parties worked even through compromise just to get something done to improve the lives of the people in their country. Do you remember any time that's happened, either in the federal or state legislature? Inquiring minds want to know, specifically this inquiring mind. Anyway, John, thanks for listening, and thank you and Hank for being so awesome. DFTBA.